Hi, welcome to the Divine Medium presents Spirit Talk Live. This is my show. I am the Divine Medium. Today we are going to be bringing on live questions right from Facebook on the Divine Medium page, or you can go to Christina K. Watts, C-A-Y, and ask your questions there. I will be answering your questions, so go with the questions now, and let's see what our first question is for the night. And we're going to wait on some people here. Everybody's just very excited. So while we're waiting on the questions, because people are just saying congratulations, things like that, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about me. I wasn't always a medium. I was actually an internal investigator in Orlando, Florida. I'm also known as the medium that passed away and came back. I got into a very bad car accident in 2009, and right through my driver door, go figure. And I passed away and returned, and I hold a lot of answers for people that literally will die to obtain. And I do this, out of my own time, free of charge on these live feeds, which is called Spirit Talk, on the Divine Medium page, my personal page. I have many, many pages that get the information out to all of you. After the accident, it was very hard to come back here. I was kind of partially in the spirit, partially in the physical. So it was very hard to be here, because when you remember heaven and you remember how it was, it's like having one foot here, one foot on the other side. It's really hard. It's taken a lot of years to kind of just calm that down and understand my mission here. But I can give you any answer you need. Things will tend to make sense when I answer them. There's no jumbled puzzle or elaborate vocabulary. I know some people go to pages and they'll use just these elaborate words. You don't need the elaborate words. You just need simplicity. And what I obtained in heaven, I understood that God was of simplicity. He tried to make things as simple as possible for us here to understand. So let's go to one of our questions. Let me see. Okay, so Cody on Facebook Live asks, is it possible for spirits to give you a warning? I get warnings a lot. If I feel in my medium etiquette, which is a calming way to tell someone something that may hurt them or upset them, I do it in the most calming, finessed way I possibly can. For example, I did do a healing on someone about a year ago, and we just got word through Facebook Messenger that I had said to her, you have this illness. It's going to be starting to take hold. You're going to need to do a lot of healing to kind of ease yourself into this. I'm not allowed by universal and heaven law to give death dates, birth dates, or wedding dates. We are not allowed to do this because you can manipulate and mess with someone's soul contract. Now, the soul contract is mainly a database technique that you came to Earth with. Everything is laid out, but there's a big buffet of stuff you wanted to do. Now, what I find with certain souls is they get very eager in heaven with what they want to learn. And then when they come here, they're like, what did I just get myself into? And it's fine. If you understand that you wanted to learn a lot at the time, then you can kind of ease your way into these troubles or issues and learn in your own slow capacity or fast capacity. But as for the healing and the warnings, I did, in my own way, finesse the warning, and we did get word that she was getting ready to pass, and I actually am going to be traveling to go see her for her last days on Earth. So, yes, we do get warnings, and it depends on how, and you want to finesse these things. You don't want to just come out and say, hey, look, you're dying. You don't want to do that. Is it, okay, let me see. Okay, Stephanie says, or asks, is my son still around? me because I don't feel him much anymore. Okay, so I'm going to kind of show this to you. Let's do a crystal, and I'll be talking about crystals on different live feeds for you guys in different shows. So, okay, so let's say, for example, this is your soul. You are putting on a costume over your soul, which would be your body. So you kind of have to think of yourself as an astronaut, okay? Your astronaut suit is your body encasing your soul, which would be you in the astronaut suit, okay? Now, when someone passes, the body stays here. It was created here. It stays here. It doesn't go with you, okay? Now, this is the soul, okay? What happens is, and let me see if I can try to do this. Okay, so say this is a rose quartz, helps with love. This is their energy. So I'm going to do it sideways so you guys can see. Okay, so this is the amethyst, which helps with healing, rose quartz for love. But this is your soul, and this is the energy around the soul. So it's circular. This is the energy that goes around the soul. Now, some souls will push out an energy about maybe this far or maybe more. Now, the farther they push the energy out, the more you're going to see signs or notice things. Like I got a question in Messenger today about dragonflies. This person just kept seeing dragonflies, and she was kind of freaking out, like, why did I keep seeing these dragonflies? I said, it's simple. There's a loved one really trying to let you know that they are around, okay? It's the same thing with Stephanie. What you have is the sun never left. Loved ones do not leave you. Heaven is not up nor down. It is literally, I'm going to show it to you like this. We are blending. So if this is earth and this is heaven, we are blending. Okay, so if I would literally pull back a curtain, your loved one would be right there standing. They do not leave you. Okay, so when I hear people saying, oh, are they at the grave when I go? Well, yeah, because they followed you there. Okay, so Stephanie, to answer your question, your son never left. What happens is that energy is just kind of lingering here. He most likely feels that his presence is too hard on you, and maybe feels that you're lagging behind or you're pulling your energy behind, and you can't move past his death, or you want him, you want to see him, you want this, you want that, but he's trying to show you, you have to live. I'm here, but you have to not concentrate on me so much. So that is why he would pull back his energy like that, okay? It's not to be mean, it's not to be rude, it is to really for you, so that you can live here without pulling on them so much, okay? Let's see what another question we get here. How do we connect better with our loved ones? I didn't get to see who that was. Let me see. Okay, I'm just going to answer it. How do we connect better with our loved ones? Honestly, guys, the very first answer you get in your mind is either your guides or your loved ones. Your guides are that small voice in your head that sounds like you're not having conversations with yourself, okay? Your guides, if they would use their own voice, you would think you're going schizophrenic. So they have to use your voice. Or I'll give you an example. I went to get food the other day, and this was a while back, but I put the food next to me on the chair on my car passenger seat. And immediately I kept hearing, put it on the floor, put it on the floor. And I know this is Maria, this is my guide, and everyone can understand who their guides are. I actually created a meditation on my website, which you guys can find down there, divinemedium.com. And it's free. You just click the free gift and you download the meditation where I walk you right to your guides. You get to see them. You can get to get their names, understand their energy. And they showed me how to do this so that they connect to you guys, okay, directly. No implantation. No one should be telling you who your guides are. They feel this is more intimate, that you should be understanding the truth of who they are on your own, so that you know no one is telling you. It's coming directly from them, and no, you're not making it up. Okay? So I had heard, put the food on the floor. Well, I was like too tired. I just got off work. I was being lazy, obviously. Okay. you're going to get nothing but honesty and blunt from me. Okay. So I pull out, in no more than 2 seconds, this car comes dashing right in front of me, and I slam on my brakes, and the food goes and hits the dash. Should have listened. I should have put it on the floor. Okay, this is how your guides talk. Now, your guides are never going to tell you what to do. They're always going to show you options. They're always going to show you different ways to maneuver, because you're the only one learning here. No one can tell you what decision to make, because they're not the ones living it. If you are stuck in your life, if you feel you want to make changes, no one's going to make those for you. You have to put your big girl pants or your big boy pants on and make the first moves towards change, okay? Let's see. If you guys are looking to understand your gifts, there's an evaluation I do on my website, and it'll be one-on-one with me, where I will help you understand the gifts you have and understand the gifts you didn't realize you had, okay? And we'll go over all of those, okay? Okay, let me kind of go up a little bit, and let's see what else. How does a person embrace their gift and have better understanding of it? Again, Ginger, this is going to be something that we would cover in the evaluation. You don't want to be scared of your gifts. I was the child that lived right in the middle of a cemetery. My backyard was a cemetery. I couldn't have gotten more practice as a child than that. And I welcomed it. Yeah, there was times where it was really scary. Like, I remember there was a man in my bedroom that was, he must have been a burn victim, and he did not look, he looked messed up. And I have to understand that, you have to understand these are still souls. It shouldn't be scary. It would be like, let's say, for example, you're standing around and you're talking about things, and your grandmother died, okay, a long time ago, and your grandmother in spirit is hanging out with you and your loved ones while you guys are all talking, and she's laughing along. She wishes she can, chime in on these, on these conversations. And I tell people, kind of reverse it. What if that was you in spirit? You wish you were kind of getting involved in the conversations with your loved ones. Wouldn't that be really sad? It's just a loved one that passed. It shouldn't be scary. Never think of your gift as scary, but something you came here with to help people. Okay. Amina, how do you connect with our higher selves? Your higher self is basically your soul contract, your guides. And again, it's going to be that small voice in your head that says, go this way, go that way. Now, your loved ones are a little bit different. Their tone is going to be a little bit different. You're going to say something like, Dad, I miss you. And then as soon as you hear something in your mind go through, like, I miss you too, don't wave it off like, oh, I wish that was him saying that. It is him saying that. I was in the middle of doing a reading for someone in my private reading room at the shop, the Divine Medium shop, and literally, she had just said what her dad said right behind her. And I said, you just said what your dad said. Like, you heard him here and you just repeated word verbatim what he just said. I heard him say behind you. You guys, they talk so much, you don't even realize that they're talking. It's paying attention. It's being mindful. Okay. Okay, Tammy asks, the element of fire is around me. Do you have any insight for me to act upon? Now, I feel like this is this wouldn't be just her question. I feel like there might be others out there that might be experiencing maybe a lot of cold or maybe a lot of heat. There's two things, Tammy, that could be possibly going on with you. A past life where you were burned and fire seems to follow you, or you have a lot of angels around you. And angels tend to give off a lot of heat. A lot of people experience this in my reading rooms where it's really nice and cool and chill. And then the middle of the reading, they're like, oh, wow, it is really hot in here. Like, yeah, that's angel protection. That's the angels. They give off heat. Whereas your loved ones will give off like a little chill in the room. And you can tell there's a difference in the temperature. Okay, let me see what else we have. Does anyone have any questions about heaven? We could try that. There's a lot of questions that you guys are asking. What can we do to protect ourselves from bad energy is what I got from one of the viewers. There are several ways you can do this. There is a crystal called black tourmaline, okay? And you can get it in raw, you can get it in dark. Now, let me kind of go over crystals because I feel like a lot of you kind of waver, like, I don't know what those are, or I do want to know what those are, but I don't know what they do. So I'm going to kind of play this out for you. So I have 2 tuning forks, and I'm guessing you guys know what tuning forks are. You use them as a child in school to tune music, okay? So let's say I have 2 of them, okay? And they're 20, maybe 15 feet apart, and they're at an octave 4, okay? And I bang this one really hard. This one over here is going to start to kind of vibrate and tune to this octave over here. I didn't touch it. It wasn't touched, but it's going to do what's called the principle of entrainment. It's going to entrain itself to match or go higher in this tune. This is the crystals. This is us. When the crystals are around us, it is entraining our cells, just like a cell phone, a computer can be. The cells in our body can be changed just like a computer or a cell phone can be reprogrammed. The crystals, when they're around us, entrain us to that vibration. So if we're trying to, let's say, protect ourselves, we would have the black tourmaline around us to protect us from anything negative. Now, today's show is brought to you by the Crystal Cove. If you go to crystalcovespa.com, you can find every one of these crystals to help you, and all the crystals have an explanation, as to what they do. So let's say, for example, you're at work and you have that, the person that's just an energy vampire, they suck everything out of you, or there's just a lot of chaos and drama around you at work. The black tourmaline is what you're going to want to keep on your desk or in your pocket. Now, when I go to cleanse a house, every single one of my team members has this crystal in their pocket. They do not enter a house without it on them. Dark energy does not like black tourmaline. I've had people tell me they had it on and it was ripped off of them. I've had people tell me that it would go flying off their side table because dark doesn't want it. They don't like it, okay? The biggest seller right now is goldstone. And it's very shiny. You can see it's very shiny. And it's called goldstone, and there's blue goldstone, there's green goldstone, they're just beautiful stones, and you can get them as small as this. You don't have to get big ones. We actually have a really big one back here, and it's really, really pretty. Okay, and this helps with anxiety and arthritis, but it's big with people that have panic attacks or anxiety attacks and they just can't calm down. Now, I'm not going to take it out right now on live radio and TV, but I have one and I always keep one right in my shirt. And I get a lot of people in the shop that go, hey, where's the booby crystal? They forget that it's called goldstone. So, yeah. So here's another great crystal that you can use. It's called fluorite. It's very, very pretty. So let's say you have gifts and you're trying to perfect your gift. You're trying to understand it better. This crystal is going to be great. Also, I'm going to demonstrate on my assistant here. Turn your back. And you might want to come closer so they can see. Okay, so if you have back problems, you take this fluorite and you ask one of your family members to rub it on your back. It gives such an sensation on the skin that it actually helps heal the back, okay?
It's tingling.
Yeah, it gets very tingling, and I'm telling you, just get the crystal and try it. You're gonna love it, okay? It does amazing things. There's so many crystals. There's crystals for love, like I showed you, the rose quartz, okay? And you can also get it as, a little piece. You don't have to get it as a big piece. And we keep our pieces at the shop really big. So you're not going to get something chintzy. You're going to get something big. Okay, let's go back to the questions. A lot of people are saying I suffer from goldstone. I love my goldstone pendulum. Fluorite is great for massage. Fluorite sounds great. I suffer from panic attacks, and I didn't get to see what they said. Okay. Let me see, what questions can we ask? What is the difference between spirit guidance and angel protection? Okay, so I'm going to show you guys the rules. Let's say, for example, you're in a car accident, or you're about to be in a car accident, okay? And I'm going to kind of show it this way. So you have, this is your car, and this is the other person's car. So this car is coming right at you, okay? Now, here's where the rules play out. Now, let's say, for example, you get out of that car accident and you saw your grandmother's spirit out of the corner of your eye. And now you're telling everybody, I found my grandmother got me out of this car accident. My grandmother got me out of this car accident. Not what happened, okay? So in your soul contract, a beacon went on that you were going to be in this accident, okay? So your gram comes down and she does what's called a supporting role. And she says, don't worry, I'm here. Everything's fine. You're going to be fine. I'm right here standing. You're fine, okay? Then you freeze. Your guides say in your mind, turn the car to the right. You freeze. You don't move. So then your angels come down and they physically move the car. These are the roles that everyone plays in heaven. Your loved ones support, your guides guide, and your angels simply intervene and protect. This is how this works, okay? All according to your soul contract. Everything that's in your life is there because you asked for it. I get people all the time, am I on the right mission? Am I doing the right thing? Yes, because you wouldn't be here on earth if you weren't doing a mission. You're doing it the way you asked to learn it. So if you, and I say it again, if you don't like something going on in your life, you're the only one that's going to change it, because you're the only one that's going to learn from it. No one can do that for you. I mean, I grew up with the saying that you can't change other people, but you can change yourself. And that is the motto that I try to live by. Okay. Let's see. So again, your spirit guides are the ones guiding you on your soul contract. Your angels are just there to protect you while you're doing your mission with your soul contract. Those are the rules. I did have somebody, Kelly Mason, asked, she's our PR correspondent. She had said a lot of people were asking that. It is very simple. Your angels cannot intervene on a soul contract and guide you. They are not of the image of God. They were made differently, so they can't take on a role that needs assistance with. A spirit guide is always somebody that you've had in past lives. It cannot be somebody that's in this life, in this lifetime. So let's say, for example, your grandfather passed when you were 5. He can't suddenly become a spirit guide, because then that 5-year gap would be unguided for you. So that can't happen. You have to be guided before birth up until after death, okay? Does someone put, basically what I'm getting from Lauren is, does someone ask to have anxiety in their soul contract? And we have 4 minutes left in the show, so I will end it with this explanation. Yes, everything in your life you asked for. I know I know a lot of people can't wrap their heads around it. Why would I ask for cancer? Because you came here to learn. Don't waste your time. If you waste your time learning here, then it was all for nothing. This world is very difficult. How do you gain and show love in this world? It's very difficult, okay? And that's why you are here. It is to skyrocket and build your spirit walk, to understand your brain is with your body, your mind is with your soul. You collect all that you're learning into the database of the mind, and when you pass away, you review it in your life review. This is how you learn this. You learn everything that's coming into your life. Everything, everyone, okay? And I am going to end the show with, thanking everyone for being here. Thanking you guys for the support. Go to the YouTube page and join the Divine Medium. Every video about everything I've talked about and more is on those videos. I've predicted several things over the past years. You guys can watch those, things that aren't yet to come into play but will. Anything you want to know about your soul contract, spirit guides, angels, your loved ones, just remember, you guys, you are not alone. You might feel alone, you might feel depressed, but God gives you assistance. Crystals are in this earth. He put them here to help us. These are our medicine. Try to learn how to use those before taking actual medicine, okay? Do these things and it will help you, okay? Don't waste your time here. Learn as much as you can. And I will see you next week, next Tuesday, same time. And I'm going to post on Christina K. Watts and the Divine Medium page so that you guys can place your questions, and we'll do it that way. I feel this was fun, but we're going to actually have them preset. And if you want to see your question answered live, you just come to the pages and watch your question get answered, okay? This was so much fun. I enjoyed it. I can't wait till next week. And we'll have a topic to talk about. So we'll do some questions and we'll talk about whatever you guys, want to talk about. We'll do a post and you guys tell me what you guys want to talk about and we'll talk about it. You guys have been amazing. I love the support, and just keep sharing. Share the information, share the live feeds, and we give giveaways for you guys sharing the live feeds. And I'm excited to get to know all of you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for everything. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys, honestly. You guys have been amazing. And I can't wait till next week. And I hope you guys attend it. Just remember, live your life. Don't think of it as a challenge. Think of it as, I'm getting to 5th grade. I got to finish 4th grade to get to 5th grade. Think of it as a game. Overcome something and you got to the next level. Just keep gaming up. Collect those points and keep gaming up. I think of life as a game. It's just an assimilation. None of this is real. You are going to learn and grow, okay? Learn and grow. My producer says we have 30 seconds. And we don't have any questions. So this was great. I am looking forward to next week. I just need to know what you guys want to talk about. But like I said, you guys want to level up. You want to kind of understand that none of this is real. The relationships you are in are just acting roles. Everybody's doing an acting role. We're all acting. We're all doing, these amazing lives. And you might not think your life is amazing, but it is. Anybody that comes to Earth is a soldier. You are a soldier. You are a warrior. And when you go back to heaven, it is a huge celebration. You have no idea.